Tataw Eric has been indicted by a federal grand jury for allegedly funding and inciting violence in Cameroon. If this is our first time on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel. The prosecutors claim Tataw Eric used their social medias to raise money for the Ambaboys, that is the Ambazonia fighters, and called for brutal attack on innocent civilians. Share this video. This is TFA Talking Point. And now you can remember, if you have been following TFA Talking Point, that I one day presented a video calling on the Ambazonia fighters, that the strategy they are using, being on social media with everything, is a wrong strategy. And even on my Medium Prime TV, and many people insulted me concerning this particular issue. And some people say, are you more intelligent than them? And then I don't know whether you saw me or whether we graduated together, that you know my own level of education, that you are comparing it with those. It is very clear. Any intelligent person involving in anything of this nature, like fighting a government violently, you must be careful. Whatsoever you say, whatsoever you do, especially in the presence of another person, not to talk of social media. But this is Eric Tataw. He was on social media, and I remember one of his videos where he was calling for the Ambaboys to cut or chop up the hands of the CDC workers. If this particular evidence is stable, I don't believe what will happen to him. At this point, this is just the beginning of the case. When they talk about you have been indicted, it means that your case has been opened at the court. It is not that he has been arrested or imprisoned. No, he has not been. The case has just started. They have just opened his case and then read to him all the crime they are accusing him of. So if in the course of everything, at the end, they discover that he is guilty, that is when he will now be arrested and sent to prison. So now I am just bringing this video as a reminder to all Ambazonia leaders that if you have been following TFA Talking Point, you will remember that there was a time I mentioned that it is not everything that you have to put on social media. Social media is a society on its own. And there are people who are 100% more intelligent when it comes to social media than you. You can drop a video now, and then in just less than 1 second, you delete that video thinking that nobody have seen it, nobody have downloaded it, but people already stored that video in somewhere. And if there is any issue tomorrow related to you, and that video can stand as an evidence, it would happen. I also told you people, when some of the Ambazonia leaders were arrested abroad, especially in the United States of America, Joe Ayaba in Norway, I say all of this, nobody is standing at the court to say, I am a witness to the crime they are accusing them. But those who file a complaint against them gather evidences on social media. How can you come on social media and you are raising funds to fight, to buy guns, and then you are mentioning everything raw without even twisting it like the Nigerians are doing, using different names on social media to call different things, so that it will be difficult for somebody who is not an insider to know what you are saying. But you people will just be clear with your clear English to show how you can speak fluently. Some will even impeach it, but they will not call the names of those things that are so dangerous, can complicate them in pidgin English, but would they prefer to call it in English to show how courageous they are. Those things I mentioned in those videos and on my Medium Prime TV, that those are stupid courage. Because now those are the things coming back. The government have their eyes, and people litter everywhere all over the world, and they are gathering everything that you are dropping immediately. If you just want to know, look at somebody like this, my country people. Anything you drop that is against the government concerning this crisis, in the next second, he will have it. And this was not a lesson to all of you people. You come on social media, you need 1,000 euro to buy something in southern Cameroon. You will come on social media and you will say it and say how you are going to. Everything was on social media and everything is still on social media. And those are the things they have gathered and they are using it now against you people. You will not say TFA talking point never called or people never called your attention to. I personally did. I say this was a wrong strategy. Another strategy that I'm bringing up that I mentioned already that will complicate many Ambazonia leaders is this issue of children not going to school. The United Nations is one of the organizations I am strongly against, but the United Nations stood on something that is human rights and education, that they don't play with it. If you want to win the United Nations, fight for education, fight for human rights, and the United Nations will stand with you. This one particular thing will bring Ambazonia leaders a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Wrong strategies. If this is your first time on TFA Talking Point, I repeat, search and see this video. I cannot remember the date, but it was in 2022. And my outing on my Medium Prime TV was in 2019. If you search and see these two videos, you will understand that the solution to many of the things complicating Ambazonia fighters and even the government today, I mentioned them already. Do not on social media open your mouth. Even if you are nobody, do not open your mouth when it concerns this particular crisis in Southern Cameroon and show your involvement in it. And even call for the killing of somebody, whether you have soldier or you do not have soldier, whether you were just talking or you are not just talking. Be careful, because that I was just talking would not mean anything. You will one day travel somewhere. We don't know tomorrow. When I was in Cameroon, I never believed that I would ever live even to go to Nigeria. But circumstances forced me out. So you don't know. This tongue, as the Bible says in James, be careful with it. It is a blessing and it is a curse. Whatsoever comes upon you comes through this. So be careful. So we are just praying that he should be able to defend himself, because we have seen recently that he withdrew from the violent attitude and started talking slowly, peace, and holding on to his business. But now is the time that things are being opened. The thing he was saying when he was angry are now opening and coming out. Others will learn a lesson from this. And there is no way you can delete. The best thing I can be even tell those who have maybe say things on social media to start doing is that what they should come out now and be presenting video by saying that most of those things they did or they say it came out of a frustration and many other things. So that those videos should be covering up that you came out to apologize for openly for all those things that you were. Even if you meant it, now you have to be. Because many of you already withdrew from the violence issue. And now you are seeking to fight for the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroon, the way TFA Talking Point has been proposing. The peaceful way, the